because, as you said, the boots on the ground in the local area, those lettings agent, and unfortunately they are going to be at the lower end of the spectrum from a paid perspective most of the time, because of the numbers don't work as well. And actually what they're very good at doing though is getting people through the door and signing up tenants. Now, don't get me wrong, that's perfect. Now, you might have a property and it has no problems for 6 years. Fine. Then you may be absolutely fine with that lettings and managing agent locally. But what I will say is, once you get to the bigger problems, and it can go south, very very quickly. And I think what a lot of local managing agents and lettings agents don't have is that expertise and the breadth that goes all the way to the top. And I think that's what we've managed to structure the way that our management is UK based. We have people like your mother and a few others that now work in that team that would not be able to just be paid running a small little agency, because they'd be
the numbers wouldn't
worthless for them. But they are there when that thing goes wrong, you want that expert. And it's the same price to have all of that. And I think that's how we've managed to get a lot of landlords that have been burned, and they realise they need that breadth of expertise. And that's why, obviously, then we moved into My Property Lettings now within it. And exciting, we've possibly even got a merger on the cards as well that we're working through, which I think that would get us over 1,000 beds by the end of the year.
Which is insane, really, if you think in 18 months to get from 0 to 1,000 beds is it's impressive. I'm very happy, and ultimately what we're doing, it creates this. It is the ecosystem, right? It is the full end to end, and it gives people the assurance all the way through. And because of that, because everything runs as one big joined up, operation, it makes it a simple sell.
Yeah, so obviously to go back a little bit and looking at the My Property Group now, so we've got My Property Listing, that's obviously the agency side. We have TrustBricks, which is part of our white labels. But obviously the white labels is where we're really pushing people through to bring their sources to have their own platforms and their own marketplaces. We've got My Property Brokerage, that is obviously that does all finance, can even do commercial and everything else on that. We've got My Property Refurbishment and Maintenance now, pretty much, which is anything apart from new build startup, ground up. We've got My Property Lettings that can deal with everything, even asset management from a block perspective now. I think we've even managed to get that in-house. And obviously, we're now moving into the whole, we have other products that are on the cards, but we've got we've got solicitors, we've got accountants, stamp duty relief, and
company setups.
If anybody can think of anything else that we don't have, please let us know.
Love
to have you joined. Because in the end of the day, as you say, you want to be able to go into one shop. It's like walking into Apple, knowing that you can go from watch to
it's the Walmart
glasses to everything. Right? That's the whole point.
If you think about it, it's the Walmart, or obviously it's not quite the same in the UK, or the Costco. I suppose the UK version is the Costco property. Like anything you need, it's in there, and you have it available at your fingertips. You don't have to go multiple shops to be able to find it, kind of thing. So it's great. But I think obviously we've talked a lot about the business.